I'm going to show you a very down and dirty real version of how I do a shot, start to finish, because we've got a new camera, we've got the GFX 100, we've got the new Cambo Actus MV, the big beast of a camera, got some new Bron lighting. I'm going to have a play with it, and whilst I play with it, I'm going to talk you through my creative process, because this is actually a shot I'm going to use. It's not just a YouTube shot, I'm going to shoot my Christmas card. Now, the whole thing starts with a concept. Christmas for me, well, it's chocolates and sweets. And it's my uncle bringing a tin of chocolates around to our house when I was a kid, lived with my mum and dad, and having that big tin of Quality Streets, roses. I can't even remember which one it was. But nowadays, roses are the only ones of those brands that still have that foil wrapper. The rest have kindly gone to paper, which is great for the environment, rubbish for my portfolio. So we've gone with these. I think it was those giant penny toffees I used to like. You used to get stuck in your teeth. Now, we're going for a flat lay. I want it to just be a view of everything inside the tin. And we need two different shots here. I want one that can be printed, landscape, double page spread in my portfolio. It can be a big shot. And I want one for Instagram, which can't be as big, because if everything's tiny on a screen, it just gets lost. So it's getting those two different combinations here. So I've just bought 100 quid's worth of chocolate from the shops, because rather than just doing one, I'm only going to show you one, but rather than just doing one, we're going to do 3 different ones so it works nice on my Instagram grid. Great for advertising myself to all the people who follow me, which hopefully is all the art buyers, art directors and commercial directors. Now technically, I know I want to be at f16, so I want maximum detail. In this lens here, f16 very good. It's the Mamiya Secor 90mm. So we've got our 90mm lens here ready to go. 100 ISO, 100 megapixels, 125th of a second, Pocket Wizard up top. That's my camera rig. Perfectly level. And I'm just going to focus on the top here. And we're going to start our first shot. So, frame number 1's come through to the computer, as you can see now, with no flash. There's a couple of specular highlights coming in from the window light. Normally I'd close the curtains, but you won't be able to see what I'm doing. So we'll accept those as things. I've got my big light up here. This is my new stand. It's very big. It's a Manfrotto stand. Look at this. It's got a geared head. So we can literally move it up and down. Now, I'd rather it be further away, but I don't want to move the carpets and everything. So sometimes we deal with what we've got. We've got about a 5-meter gap from here to here. Combining that with the angle and the spill, the whole scene will be evenly lit even, thanks to good old inverse square law. So let's turn it on. And the first thing we do is put it on full power. And we're going to grab a frame and see how much too bright it is. And yes, I could meter it, but like, well, I need to find the computer, don't I? We've got the skills now to do this. Here we go. Pop. How are we looking? Now, I've not got the right tether cables yet. It's currently an extension lead going into a hard drive cable. Not ideal, so the tethering's a bit iffy. The new ones are on the way. That's too bright by about 2 stops, so let's go to 8. Let's try that. Dump the flash. I don't know if you need to dump flashes anymore, it's just a habit I've gotten into over the years. Let's have a look. Enjoying the patient wait for these files to come through. There we go. Oh, it's a little bit hot still. Obviously, I want these burnt out areas. See here? Oh, flipping it around. Let's go back to where it was. These burning areas here, this I want, especially with the starburst coming off it. That's beautiful. Right, but it's a bit too bright. But we're getting there. Let's go down half stop. So about 500 joules at the moment. 500 watts is what camera brands say. I know there's a difference, but we say watts because everyone talks in watts. It's just how it works. It works well. That's nice. Okay. How have we got focus? Let's have a quick look, shall we? So a lot of people say, why do you use these gold rings on your lenses? You can do the T screw on the back of it. You can, but it's much easier just to do this. We need to focus. Then to focus the camera, let's just loosen off the focus knob. There we go. Get it bang in focus, tighten it up again, and then just twist it round. I don't have to remember which aperture I was at or, have any issues with that. Nice and simple. See if I got that right, because I was doing that from a bit of a distance. Yeah, we've got focus. Ah, but I didn't push the thing all the way around, did I? There we go. Let myself down. Slowly coming through this cable. There we go. Oh, that's nice. That is. Well, the printing's not sharp, but you can see how sharp I am on the unsharp printing. This one here, though, don't like the A and the I on that dairy milk. We're going to puff that out a bit. Which one are you? You're this one here, aren't you? Let's put you here. Give you a bit of a squeeze. There we go. Let's try that again. Now I've exposed this for very dark blacks, which is what I want here. But now I feel that these three here are in too much of a line. So if I come back here, where was I looking? One. This one needs to go like that. This one could go like this, like that. Let's try that. Should be a bit better. That's better. There we go. That's good Instagram post. Obviously it'll be, oh no, that dairy milk at the top, that's not filling me with joy. You need to be a little bit more discreet, mate. There we go. Just poke you in there. Maybe it's roses one just to overlap you a little bit there. Perfect. And we can spend a while doing this, just finessing, just, you know, having a play through with it all. Let's move my capture pilot out of the way. Because now I think we've got, is it here? No. This is the joy. You have to touch this here, and I've got a live view on a different screen that you can't see. It's getting there. Steering milk one's just not the right one, is it? There we go. Let's try that. Let's give that a go. Yeah, that would do. Now then, big shot. This is the important one for me. That's just some throwaway Instagram content. This one here, and this is why we've got this big stand. This is where we make the money. This is the double page print. Focus less critical, but I'm gonna need my upsy steps. Let's loosen that off. Then let's get this. I'm focusing on a screen down here, which you can't see. There we go. Tighten that up so it's all secure. And let's just have a quick look. At what we've won. That looks pretty banging. Let's just check my focus mask. It's not as sharp though, is it? Let's just try that focus again. Let's open the lens up. We want to be hitting it with a critical focus, not just using hyperfocal really. That's it. And let's stop the lens down again, make sure we get it all the way this time. Let's have another go at that. Beautiful, that's better. That is. Sharp, sharp. So have a quick look at the whole scene. It's a bit of an orange grouping we've got going on as a trio over here. I've dropped a load on the floor as well, I hadn't realised that. Put a nice blue in there. This one here. I like the dairy milk standing out because it's quite an important one. There's a roses upside down here. Let's put that the right way round. That'd be good. Got good roses here. That's a pretty good like mess of just stuff. And it's all about just not having too obvious a pattern anywhere. There's always a pattern you can find. But we need to find the least obvious one. So we're getting rid of this orange grouping here. That's broken it up nicely. The dairy milk's looking good. Standing out as a real iconic chocolate. I think a lot of the roses are upside down. That's going to go flit a load of them round. It's literally 180 a heap of these. So like the word roses is upside down too many times throughout the actual shot, and it'd be good to get a few more legible ones. Angle that a bit differently so it's less of a burning orb of light on dairy milk. Of course, you don't need a stylus for this sort of thing. If we were doing it for a proper campaign, we'd spend a lot more time, like opening up thousands of pounds worth of these, just to try and get the perfect like mix within the shot. But this is a Christmas card, it's a throwaway shot. I'm going to spend more time in it afterwards when I'm not trying to talk at the same time. But this is what I do, this is my work. Let's let that come through as a roses one I might need to, oh, I've already changed it, brilliant. There's too many golds together at the top though. Let's take this gold out, put it over here, bring a dairy milk in there. Oh, that's pretty good. And I'm loving these starbursts we're getting, and because it's an old lens as well, you see this like hot spot here is beautiful. I've got another one burning in here. It's just all Christmas to me, this is all Christmassy. This hasn't even been edited yet, this is just beautiful, I love it. And for me, all I'm going to do to check this lens, is this lens good enough for this camera? It's like, is it sharp? Yes, it is. Obviously, you're seeing this as a, what's it called? Screen recording on YouTube, so that's not going to be as sharp. Does it fall off at the edges? Maybe. Does it matter? Not really. No, it doesn't actually. It's pretty much sharp all across. And super sharp in the middle, and I love the way it blooms, like this sort of stuff here, these specular highlights coming through as well, like starburst. No filter here, it's just all in lens. Look at these here as well, it's like beautiful like stars coming off here with the specularity. You know, and we're just using a standard reflector, there's nothing fancy going, well I say nothing fancy going on here, medium format camera, you know, Broncolor lighting. But this could be a Godox with a reflector, this could just be your Canon 5D with a 100mm lens, it's the same thing pretty much. This is marginally better. If I take 10,000 frames, it'll all be perfectly consistent because there's no automatic aperture, there's no problems with the lighting, but this is very attainable. This is a shot we can all do. Obviously, you know, from here, doing my paces, 1, 2, 3, 4 paces from the light. I don't know if you can see the light because I can't see my screen from there, but it's pretty high up in the air. It's about 10 foot high, maybe a bit more, but you could have this on the floor and then you don't have to have the light as high and the camera can come down. You know, you don't need all this kit to take this shot here. And I love this shot. This shot is beautiful, I think. And I think when I print it massive, that's when it's going to come into its own. That's when it's going to really shine in a double page portfolio or like a big like A2 print or even on the wall, it'll be beautiful. Christmas cards perhaps will be this shot. I don't know yet. We've not made them, but I'm pleased with this. And the first thing I do, I come in here with Command-Shift-R, I grab a screenshot of it, and I'm going to send it straight away to the art buyer at my agency and say, what do you think? Is it good? Do I keep working on this? Do I come in tomorrow and finish this project off? And if you've enjoyed this, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see me do more of these sorts of videos where I talk you through a shot, give me a shout. This is not too much hassle to do. I'm often doing this sort of thing, just playing around in the studio going, I've got an idea, let's test it, let's see what happens. Is it worth getting a crew in? Is it worth getting a stylist in, a retoucher, assistants, digitex, all of that stuff? Or is it just a harebrained idea with no real direction to it? But there we go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.